Hey everybody, I'm Tyler from Plastic Weekly here at Canadian Open Bouldering Nationals, and I'm here with Andrew Wilson. He's the head coach at Climb Base 5 in Coquitlam, BC. But what I really want to talk about is this new position you got with the CEC. Can you tell me what you're going to be doing for the national body?
Yeah, so I just accepted the position of interim head coach till the end of this World Cup season, the World Championships. And I'm basically going to be helping Jeff Thompson, who's the new high performance director, put programs and stuff in place to allow for our athletes to move forward.
Okay. I think a lot of people are familiar with Chris Neve as kind of the head coach of Canada. He's always been the youth head coach here in Canada, and there's never really been a coach for the Canadian team as far as I can remember. So what role does that really play when so many of our national athletes have their own coaches at home? What do you actually do for our athletes?
Well, what we're hoping is to give them access to resources that they need, so create an integrated sports team and allow that to be accessible to people. It's not going to take them away from their club coaches, but it's more of someone looking over all of it, giving them support at events when they go to World Cups and things like that, and making that more consistent for everybody.
Okay. Canada's a big country and there's a lot of separation between a lot of us. How would you, in a national coaching model, how do you address that kind of geographic problem?
That's a good question. That's something that we have to look at, and we have some ideas, but to be honest, we're not totally sure at this point. But one of the reasons for me to be there is to try and talk to coaches from across the country and see how we make that work. I suspect it'll be a regional model where you'll have a coach at the top who oversees the whole thing, but you'll have regional coaches working with athletes in the area that they're in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And then aside from that, some people know that you've coached a lot of Canada's best athletes so far. You spent time with Sean McCall and Alana Yip, among others. Are there lessons that you can start to share with other coaches? Like, how much of your job is really connecting with coaches directly and sharing those lessons?
I think that's probably the biggest part of it. Yeah, so I don't know if you know, but I coached the national team from 98 until 2010, so I spent lots of time doing that as well. And I'm hoping that I can share what I've done over the last 25 years of coaching and what I've learned from the athletes, but I'm also hoping to learn from the other coaches. And it should be a collaborative thing where we're all working together, and I'm hoping my role will be just to facilitate that and make that happen.
And so lastly, it is an interim position, and of course with all of your experience, you're towards the top of the list for anybody considering who should take this job. Is it something you'd be interested in the long term, or is it for now just kind of feeling it out, figuring out what the landscape is, and you'll make a decision later on?
I would say I'm interested, for sure. Yeah, I mean, my passion is working with athletes, and the opportunity to continue working with athletes at this next level that's what I want to do. So it is, but it's the kind of thing that I know it has to go out to tender, and it's something that there has to be a fair process. And it's really just that Jeff needed to be working with somebody now to get the ball rolling and to get things going. And if there's a better candidate when the time comes, that's great. I'm happy with that.
Awesome. Well, thanks for talking. Best of luck to Team BC this weekend. I hope success on all you guys. For other videos from Plastic Weekly and from this event, hit up our channel on YouTube, and we'll see you guys in the next one.